Let's do some painting by numbers. Welcome back to the Skill Builders Guild. Thanks again for watching. It's episode 61 of What's on the Bench Weekly. And if you're not familiar with this show, it's where I take you through projects I'm working on. Some have been around forever. This is one of those projects, the CUCV. This is, I don't know, there's no excuse. It's just one of those things that has been idling forever. I feel like this truck has been in some state of progress for 2 years, maybe 3. It's not that I'm lazy. It's that sometimes it just requires the right timing to do a project like this. And today I'm feeling particularly saucy, so we're going to do some painting by number. And you are probably familiar with this technique. It's been done for years and years and years, long before any of us were born. And painting by number is something your grandma would do. There'd be a nice canvas. You'd see the result of what you were going to be painting, and then there would be all of these squiggly lines and numbers, and you painted in the associated color, and then you'd have art. This is a lot like that. Because this CUCV is a military vehicle, I had always planned on doing the NATO Camouflage. And NATO Camouflage is just green base, black, and brown. Very simple. Flat colors. Polyurethane paint. And the idea is to get this as accurate as possible. How do you do that? It's really simple, actually. There are some really handy diagrams online of the exact pattern and where each color is supposed to go. Look at that. Doesn't that make that easy? They actually, in the web page that I found this on, they actually suggest that you get an overhead projector and project the actual pattern onto the real truck. I wish I had a projector, because that would make this so much easier. Otherwise, I'm pretty much just going to have to freehand it. But what I'll do is I'll kind of mark out with a pencil where these lines approximately go on the truck, so we get really nice and close to an actual NATO pattern. Pretty cool. Should be a lot of fun. Should also take a long time. We're going to see how far we get. I'm not going to do the whole truck probably today, but at least we'll get it started so you can see how this process is going to eventually look when it's all done. There's a lot to do on this truck still, and I'm probably doing it way out of order, and I should probably wait on this camo pattern for now, but I'm kind of keen to do it. I just kind of want to have some fun today, and this is probably the best way to do it and share a little nugget of info with you along the way. All right, so what we're going to do is get out a nice hard pencil. This is an H. I also have a 2H around here somewhere, but I like using a pencil for this, and we're going to change camera angles, and we'll do the hood. That's what we're going to do today. The hood, at least. Maybe more. We'll see how far we get. All right, stand by for camera movement. All right, we're going to try to do a little bit of a live demo. I'm going to talk my way through this as I'm going, but we're going to start with the hood because that's a nice big flat surface, and it's fairly easy to replicate based on the diagram that I'm using. As you can see, very easy to follow. You can see where the 1s are and the 2s and the 3s, and those all correlate to specific colors. 1 being black, 2 being green, 3 being brown. Why is the dog barking? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of lay this on top here, and I'm going to kind of look at my hood and go, okay, that is where 3 goes. And you just kind of trace out where these squiggles are in their basic sort of shape. So far, so good. This isn't as accurate probably as it could be, but it's going to be pretty close. And once we get all of these shapes kind of marked out, we're going to go back in and airbrush all of them on. Who's having fun? I am. This is the sort of precision and attention to detail that I really like. All right, I think that is basically it. So 2 is our green color, so we're not going to mark those, but we will mark 1 because that is black. Oh, I missed one here. Hang on. And that becomes 3. And this is all 1, 1, 1, 1, 3. And all the rest of that is green. Okay, perfect. So now that we've got all of this marked out, we know what color is going where. This is a 3, and this is a 3. We can actually start to choose our colors and get out the airbrush. Let's get out the airbrush and start doing some airbrushing. All right, there we go. First few colors laid down. Well, the only 2 colors laid down, and just in a few spots. But to get the feel for this, I will probably most definitely go back and hit all of these colors again, get a few more coats on there just to even it all out. Camouflage on military vehicles is never very precise and never very, clean. It's not supposed to be clean. It's slapped on, get it out in the field, that's it. But I did want to take some time to get this right. I'm really glad that I followed a pattern because it does make this a lot easier. I've started, now it's not going to be as easy to see because I'm stupid and painted this side instead. But what I'll do is I'll get some B-roll shots so you can see how this is all coming together. None of the pencil is seen, it's completely covered by the paint, but I think it's really starting to look pretty good. Once the whole truck is done, it's obviously going to look a lot better, but it does require a bit of finesse with the airbrush, the right amount of pressure, the right amount of flow in order to get the right look. The black's looking really good. I think the brown is a little too rounded. I need to go back in and add a bit more squiggle in there, I think, along the edges just to really kind of get it a little more pronounced. But overall, I think it's coming together. I think it's starting to look like the NATO pattern, and that's the whole goal of this one. So Lots more to do on this, but a great start, and it's motivating me to continue working on the CUCV. So at least we're seeing some progress, which is more than I can say for some other projects. That one. Okay, let's move on to something else on the bench. Next on the bench, this little guy. This is the new FMS FCX18. And this is a significant improvement over the last Land Cruiser 80 series they did, which was smaller, I want to say. I think it was smaller. It's hard to say. I don't have it anymore, so I can't give you a size comparison, but this just feels like a more polished version. It's certainly more in the 18 scale realm. Here's the Traxxas TRX4M, and it's supposed to be 18 scale, so this still looks a bit bigger than that. But for all intents and purposes, it's the size of the chassis that they were going for, and it is very similar in size to the TRX4M. Lots of improvements. I haven't really had much time with it. I literally just took it out of the box now. But it does have portal axles, as you can see. Not many vehicles. Look at that, I still have foam under there. But I do think there's a lot of parts ported over from the FCX24, which is the 24th scale one. I believe these axles are sort of a scale up. Gosh, you know what? I don't even have an FCX24 close by. I gave the monster truck to my friend. Anyway, lots of things to look at here. There will definitely be a full review, and I'm keen to see how it performs. The oil-filled shocks are a real nice bonus. That is nice to see, and definitely sort of a shot across the bow at Traxxas and their 18th scales. So we're gonna have to do some testing here very shortly. Detail-wise, though, it's pretty good. I mean, they've got a nice-looking hard body on here. Hood opens to reveal all the electronics and the big battery tray there. It's definitely a premium feel. I'll give them that. I'm sure it has turn signals. But yeah, nice-looking truck. Really looking forward to giving this a solid review, and we'll see how it does outdoors as well. So yeah, there you go. Nice-looking truck, though. Definitely will see more from that here on this channel very shortly, because I was on vacation when this showed up, so I didn't get a chance to do anything with it yet. I'm still jet-lagged. All right, moving on. Speaking of TRX4Ms, here is my Defender TRX4M with tracks. These are available on Etsy. I'll make sure to put a link down below. This one traveled all over Ireland with me, and I shot a whole bunch of footage. I'm working on putting a running video together, and I'll try to get that out very soon. Needless to say, it was a lot of fun. I really do like this TRX4M, especially with the tracks. It offers a whole other challenge now. And yeah, I ran it in some salt water, so now all the bearings are rusty. Perfect. But there will be some changes coming, probably not to this TRX4M, but to my other one, because I've got some stuff from Furatech to install very shortly. So watch for that in an upcoming episode of What's on the Bench. And yeah, that's probably going to do it. Not a ton of really interesting stuff today, but you know, I'm just coming back from vacation. I'm still a bit jet-lagged, and got a lot of work to catch up on. So a truncated video today, but at least some stuff. More progress on the CUCV than I've seen in a long time. So pretty excited about that. All right, that's going to do it. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again next week.